Welcome to lesson 25 in your interactive notes. So we are dividing by one digit using a rectangular array, pages 71 and 72. Okay, dividing by one digit using a rectangular array. Our content objective, 4.NBT.B.6. I can find whole number quotients and remainders with up to 4-digit dividends and 1-digit divisors. 4, 4th grade OA, Operations Algebraic Thinking, A3. I can determine how reasonable my answers are by using estimation. Language objective. I can use vocabulary related to division to explain how to divide multi-digit numbers. Social objective. I can work with others to create a model to prove the solution to the division problem. All right, we have some vocabulary here. To divide means to partition a number into equal shares or groups. So we have 24 and we're putting it into 3 groups. How many? We have 3 groups of 8. Or we could say that we're putting it into groups of 3 and we have 8 groups of 3. But we're dividing this into groups. Division, the process of partitioning a number into equal shares or groups. So the division is how we divide, how we get it into those groups. Another way of looking at it is repeated subtraction. So just like multiplication is repeated addition, the inverse division is repeated subtraction. Equal groups are subtracted to find the answer. So like with the 24 divided by 3, I could subtract 3, subtract 3, subtract 3, and see how many times it takes. It would be 8 groups of 3 that I could subtract out. Or I could do larger groups. So here, how many groups of 4 are in 16? I take away one group, I get 12. I take another group, I get 8. Another group, 4. Another group, 0. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 4 that I could take out. Divisor, the number or amount by which you divide. So that's the one that's second in an expression or equation of division. It is the one that we're putting it into groups of, or the amount of groups. And then the other number is the dividend, the amount that will be divided up or partitioned. So our dividend, divisor. Dividend is what we have. Divisor is the amount of groups or what we're going to have in each group. And then the quotient, the answer to a division problem when objects are partitioned into equal shares or groups. So when I have my dividend of 24 and my divisor of 3, I end up with a quotient of 8. 24 divided into groups of 3 leaves 8 groups. Remainder, the amount left over after a number has been divided equally into groups. So sometimes when we divide, it doesn't work out equally, and we have some left over. So 125 divided by 10, we end up with a remainder of 5, because we can't take another group of 10 out of 5. Partial quotient, an alternate to long division. Multiples of the divisor are subtracted from the dividend, and the partial quotients are added together. We'll be looking at partial quotients this year. And in 6th grade, you will learn the standard algorithm. So first we're going to look at estimation for division. This is different than all other operations because in addition, subtraction, and multiplication, we round the numbers. In division, that won't work. We actually have to find a compatible number. That's the only way. Rounding will not make it any easier. In some cases, it'll be just as hard, if not harder. So these are the steps for estimating for division. First, we want to list the multiples of the divisor. So in this example, 325 divided by 7. 7's our divisor. We list the multiples. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. And we can keep going if we need more. Then we look at the digit in the largest place of the dividend. So the largest place is the hundreds place. We have a 3. If it is greater than the divisor, then just use that number. Is 3 greater than 7? No. If it is not greater, then use the digits in the 2 largest places of the dividend. So since 3 is not greater, then I'm going to look at 32. So that's what I have here. If the 3 were greater than our divisor, then we would just look at the 3. But it is not, so we're looking at the 32. Replace those digits with the closest multiple of the divisor and change all digits after to 0. So which of these multiples is close to 32? 35. 35 is closest to 32. It's 3 away. 28 is 4 away. So this one's a closer one. So I'm going to replace the 32 with 35. And every digit after, which is just 1, I'm going to put a 0 or a placeholder. Do mental math to divide. So now I can divide that by 7. Well, the placeholder just moves over a place. 35 divided by 7 is 5. The estimated quotient is 50. So this is very different than any other estimating we've done. Do not round, it won't work. Alright, so now we're looking at our division as an array. This is more just to see what we're doing with division. This is probably not a way that you'll actually divide, but it's a way to understand division. So here I have 33 and I want to divide it into groups of 4. So I'm going to put a line here. There's one group of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, 28. 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, I'm almost to 33. How many more blocks do I need to get to 33? Just one more. So these are my groups of 4. If you notice, this is similar to our daily fraction because we do division, making our groups. How many groups of 4 do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But what do we have here? I don't have another group of 4, so I can't say I have 9. I have 1 left over. That would be our remainder. So 33 divided by 4, my quotient, well, how many groups did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My quotient is 8, but I have a remainder of 1. I have 1 left over that could not be included in the group. That is my remainder. Okay, now we're looking at 79 divided by 7. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm dividing into groups of 7. So there's one group of 7, that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. We're almost to 79. But I'm only 2 away from 79. So I'm going to put that group of 2 down here. That's not enough to make another group of 7. So that's my leftover piece or my remainder. So how many groups of 7? Because when you're dividing, you're making groups out of that. How many groups of 7 could I take out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 groups of 7. So 79 divided by 7. I have a quotient of 11. There were 11 groups of 7 I could take out. But I still had 2 left over, or a remainder of 2, that could not be put in a group of 7. So this would be like if we had 79 students and we needed to make teams of 7. We would have 11 teams and 2 students not on a team. All right. So here we're just looking at what we have. We have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 in each row in this array. I'm going to go ahead and count by my 5s first. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my 10s to see what my dividend is. How much is the total I start with? So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then now I can count by 10s. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then I had 1, 2, 3. So 93 is being divided into, well, how many groups do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 93 total blocks because I counted them up. I'm dividing it into groups of 6. And what am I left with? I have 10, 15, so this is a 10 here, and this is a 5. So I have 15, but I also have 3 left over, a remainder of 3. That couldn't be put in a group. So this is a total of 93 blocks. I put it into groups of 6, or rows of 6, so 6 on this side. And when I put it into rows of 6 rows, I'm left with 15 in each, but 3 that could not be included because there was not enough to make another row. Okay, let's see what we have here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 14, 21, 28, and then these are tens. 38, 48, 58, 68. So I have a total of 68 blocks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So it was divided into groups of 4. I'm sorry, 4 groups. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. And how many were in each group? Well, we have a 10 here, and we have a 7 here. So I have 17 in each. Was there a remainder? Any left over? Nope. So this equation is what represents this array. Total of 68 blocks. I have 4 groups, and there's 17 in each group. No remainder. So 4 is a factor of this number. Okay, here, these are each tens, and then I have 2, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 22, 32, 42, 52, 62, 72, 82, 92, 102, 112, 122, 132. So my dividend is 132. That's how many total blocks I have. And this is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So I divided into 6 groups. And I have 10 plus 10 plus 2. So 10 plus 10, I have 20 plus 2. 22 in each group. So 132 divided into 6 groups. There's 22 in each group. Is there a remainder, any left over that could not be put in a group? No. So this 6 is a factor here. No remainder. This one had some left over that couldn't be put in a group, so it had a remainder. Neither. These don't. Everything was able to be put in a group, so no remainder. All right, let's practice some more with part 2 and our 3-column notes.